Hi, today is Friday, April 19th, and it has been 12 weeks and 2 days since I had the kidney transplant. And it's been a while since I've made a video or updated anything, so I think, the last video was 8 weeks ago. I'm looking down because I made myself a list so I could remember all of these. So what's happened since then? So on March 5th, which was like a month and a week or so ago, I went in and I had the stent removed. So there was, after the surgery, they put a stent in between the bladder and the kidney just to make sure that urine still passed through and so that it didn't heal closed. So that happened. For that, you're awake and they basically, they go through your urethra and they put a camera up there, and then there's like a screen so you can watch it. It's really crazy looking, and it's also it's uncomfortable. It's awkward for sure. I actually saved it to show you. Yes, I've been holding on to it for that long. I've been meaning to make a video, but I just haven't gotten around to it. So this is it. It's huge. Like, when I saw it, I was surprised because look, okay, let me try to get this. Okay, so here's me. Here's this thing, right? This thing. Okay, here we go. So here's this thing. And then I don't know. Here's my body. It seems huge to me, this thing does. So this came out. Other things that have been happening is I decided not to go back to my job. I was approved to on the 5th, when I had the stent removed, I also had a follow-up appointment, and I was approved to go back to work for April 1st. So today's the 19th, so 19 days ago, I guess. But I decided not to return to my job. I just need to do something different. I feel like I need a change. Also, something that's happened is after the transplant, or since getting a transplant, I feel like a totally different person. And I know that might sound cliche or whatever, but I do. Not just in the way that I feel better. That's one way. I feel really good. I feel better health-wise than I've felt in years. But in addition to that, I feel like I have changed mentally, emotionally, and physically. So, for example, physically, as I was getting sick, I was slowly getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And I wasn't necessarily losing weight, although towards the end I lost quite a bit of weight. But it was like my bones or my muscles or whatever were getting smaller, and so I kept going down sizes, getting smaller pants and smaller pants and smaller pants and things like that as my muscles kind of shrank, I guess you could say. And so now, in just a matter of a couple of weeks, so to give you an example, right after the surgery, when I was able to wear normal jeans again, the jeans that I had were basically falling off of me. Pants that used to be super tight, I couldn't even fill them out anymore. Well, now I've returned back. I'm not fat or anything like that, but I definitely have some puffier areas, but my body structure, I guess, has kind of returned back to what it was pre getting sick, and it's even a little different still. So I had to go through all my clothes again. So within this matter of a couple months, it's I went from having to buy clothes that I could wear while I was doing dialysis because of the port. And then, I was wearing those, and then I couldn't wear those anymore. And then I had the surgery, and then I had all my clothes were too big, and so then I was trying to find clothes that were smaller that would fit me. And then I kept getting like bigger, and now my clothes are too small. So it's been like not familiar with my body at all. It's starting to get better now. I'm starting to get like more comfortable and kind of used to it and figuring out like what's going to work and what's not. But that was definitely an adjustment. Mentally, like I feel like I don't even know what I like anymore. I think I spent so long just like surviving that, when you're in survival mode, like you're in survival mode, so you don't think much about like, oh, I want to be doing this, or I'd like to acquire this, or build this, or work on this. You're just like trying to get through the day. And so I'm in this position now where I'm like, I feel pretty good and I want to do something different. But like, I don't even know what it is that I want to do because I don't really even know myself anymore. With that comes a lot of mixed feelings, with everything really. The feeling of like, feeling like you don't really fully know yourself. And so that's the emotional piece, I guess, is just like, trying to figure that out, and you feel like happy but like confused, and there's also this feeling, this like pressure feeling like I gotta figure something out, I gotta do something great, I gotta, I have this like second chance and I have to like do good, but you're like not sure what to do. So those are all of the kind of things that I've been going through. What else can I tell you? So yeah, so partially for that reason, and mostly I decided not to go back to my job. The job that I had was kind of, I didn't have many contact with people, and as in like the public, which previously to that position, I always worked with people. That was just like what I did, and I went to school to do that and whatever. And now I felt like I wanted to get back into doing that. So I am doing a little work right now. I don't want to say too much about that, but it is working kind of with people, and I'm there and I'm feeling like, is this really what I want to be doing either? Now I don't know. But there's other reasons for that too, which I can get into another time. But so what else? Yeah, I guess that's pretty much where I'm at now. I'm healing pretty well. Oh, I can show you. I know it's been like 8 weeks since I've seen what the scars are looking like, so let me show you. So this is the see, you can see all that glue that was there before, that yellow stuff, that's gone. It's still pretty red, still healing, but it's mostly healed. This is that cut, and then look, that hole actually filled up, surprisingly. This is where the catheter was, where there was just a hole, and now it's filled up and it's just like a red blob. So this is kind of what, things are looking right now at 12 weeks and 2 days. So yeah, and my donor is doing excellent. He's been back to work now for, I don't even know, 5 weeks? I think it's been 5 weeks. So yeah, my plan going forward is that I'm going to try to make one video a week. So I want to start talking about, I think I'm going to start from the beginning, and start talking about like my diagnosis and the things that I went through to try to, buy myself some more time, and some of the things I tried, some of the resources that I came across that I thought were really helpful. And yeah, I mean, I'll continue to update how like this goes along, but as the farther I'm going along, the less I feel like is really going to happen, I hope, right? And so that's good news. That means that I'm doing well. I do have an appointment on Tuesday, so today is Friday, so Tuesday. 4 days, couple days, whatever. One thing that I will say that has also been happening, and part of the reason that I've neglected to make these videos is that, as I've started feeling better and I've started doing more things and I'm working and, trying to do this research and figure out what I want to do, and I've been selling a couple things online and whatever, because I'm feeling good, I don't forget, I never forget, that I've had a transplant and stuff like that, but I forget to take care of myself. So that's also something that I've been struggling with, particularly this last week. And, that obviously leads to, a change in my emotional state, I would say, too. How do I stop taking care? Okay, so, some things that happens, I'm supposed to take my blood pressure, my temperature, my weight, blood pressure, temperature, weight, pulse, 2 times every day. And I looked today and I realized that I have not done that since March 17th, I think it was. And today is April 19th. I did do it today. I'm trying to get back on track with that. But as I've been so busy, it's these little things that fall off. I haven't forgotten to take my meds or anything like that. I've been on top of that. But this last week, since I've been working, I was supposed to get my labs drawn, and I was like, I can't figure out when I can get to the lab with the work schedule and stuff like that. And I need to take my labs 12 hours after I take my TAC, which is one of the drugs that I'm taking because they have to check the levels of that in my system. And so kind of when I take my labs revolves around when I took my last dose of the TAC. And so then you start thinking about it, and then putting myself down because I'm this needs to be priority. You can't make it priority. Why can't you make all this stuff work? So that's been a struggle, which I don't know if other people deal with that or what or not or whatever, but I thought that it would be easy for me to just jump headfirst back into life. But it's hard. I think it's something that so I went online too, and I did a little bit of reading about recommendations and things like that, and they were saying that if you haven't been to work full time in a long time or whatever, that they recommend starting out volunteering a little bit, or starting slow, working part time, working your way up to working full time, these sorts of things, because it is just such an adjustment. It's totally an adjustment, and it affects in every way. So yeah. So if you are interested in these videos or interested in finding out about my journey or whatever, you should subscribe to the videos. I am really going to try hard to make 1 video a week. I'm putting it in my planner. It's kind of my guideline of the things that I need to do every day, so that I can kind of stay on top of it. And yeah, and if there's anything that you want to know about, please feel free to put it in the comments, and I do answer any questions. You can ask whatever you want. It's totally fine. And yeah, I guess that's it. I will be making another video probably Friday. I think that I'm going to try to make 1 video every Friday. So thank you for watching, and I'll make another video soon. Okay, thanks.